In a past video, I mentioned that we are about to see an event that could hasten the Ukrainian victory or help contain the enemy within its borders after the occupation of Ukraine. Now we can already reveal some details. Ukraine has not abandoned the hope of receiving additional types of weapons from the United States that could dramatically change the situation on the battlefield. Currently, the Ukrainian side is negotiating behind closed doors with Washington about the transfer of F-16 fighter jets, Grey Eagle reconnaissance drones, as well as Patriot anti-aircraft missile systems to the AFU, which will help to nullify Russia's advantage in the air. The closed negotiating process is explained by the desire to avoid an aggravation by Russia. At the same time, there are other obstacles to the supply of the listed weapons to Ukraine. For example, these weapons are requested from the US and its allies in Europe. The delivery of 14 F-16 fighters to Slovakia has already been postponed until 2024 because of problems with the supply chain. Moreover, Taiwan is waiting for these fighters from the United States, especially against the background of possible aggravation with China. Washington is also worried that the Ukrainian military will need some time to master the complex military equipment, which is not available in conditions of war. At the same time, the successful lightning offensive by the AFU in the Kharkiv region convinced US officials that the Ukrainian military is capable of acting swiftly and effectively. According to anonymous sources, the campaign to reduce the publicity of the negotiations was led by Zelensky's advisors in Kiev and key mediators in Washington. Similar friendly advice came from the Biden administration itself, which urged Kiev to focus on what it now needs to push Russian troops out of positions in eastern and southern Ukraine. Meanwhile, given the high demand for F-16 fighter jets and rapid counterattacks, Kiev will probably get them when the war is already over. The decision to transfer Patriot systems to Kiev will have to be made by US President Joe Biden.